Hi everyone, so I have with me a small but very powerful new handset from Motorola. This is the Motorola Droid Turbo. And in this video, I'll be doing a quick unboxing, just talking you through the design and the specifications of this handset. So inside here we've got the ballistic nylon version, 32GB. It's also available in a 64GB version as well. So let me just take it out of the box and give my first impressions of it. So here is the device, the ballistic nylon version. Let me just put this to the side and talk about what else comes inside the box. So of course inside you've got your usual set of instructions and manuals on how to get started with this phone. Also you've got your turbo mains plug. Just take that out of the packaging here. So here is the Motorola Turbo charger. There's been a lot in the press about how quickly this phone can charge, which I'll get to in a bit more detail later on in this video. And you also get a micro USB charging cable. So that's all that comes in the box. There are no headphones included with this handset, just the USB charger and the mains plug as well. So let me put that all to the side and just talk to you a bit more about the handset itself. The Droid Turbo is available in 3 different colours, a metallic black, a metallic red, and this one which is a ballistic nylon black. Now what's unique to all 3 of these colours is they all have their own unique textures to the back, so they all have their own feel and style on the back of this device. So they will not only look different in colour, but they also feel different as well. So this one does feel quite nice in the hand, especially with the curved design of the Motorola Droid Turbo. So now power on the handset, and whilst that turns on, I'll just talk to you a bit more about the design and the style features of this handset. So just remove this protection on the front. Now the Droid Turbo features a 5.2-inch display, and it only weighs 169 grams, so it's not a particularly large or bulky handset. Compare it to the Motorola Nexus 6, which weighs 184 grams and sports a 5.9-inch screen. So here's a quick side-by-side just to give you an idea of the difference between these 2 handsets. You can see the Nexus 6 does appear to be slightly slimmer. And also if you're looking to buy either one of these 2 handsets, be sure to subscribe to the channel where we'll be doing a full in-depth comparison of these 2 handsets, so be sure to check that out. So here's the Droid Turbo all set up. Out of the box it runs on Android 4.4.4 KitKat. There is an upgrade coming for Android Lollipop 5.0 very soon. Now a bit more about the front of the device. You've got a front-facing 2-megapixel camera, and also at the top you have a rather slim speaker as well. So it's a front-facing speaker, so watching videos on this display is going to be quite a nice experience. Now on the back of the phone you have a 20-megapixel camera with a dual flash. You've got the Motorola logo on the back and also the Droid logo at the bottom as well. On the side you have the volume rocker and the standby button. You may also notice that there is a slight texture to these buttons, so it does feel quite nice when you press either one of these buttons or run your fingers over them. Similar design to the Moto X and the Nexus 6, both Motorola handsets. You've got these 2 buttons on the right hand side of the device. Along the bottom you have the micro USB charging port, and at the top you have the 3.5mm headphone jack. So that's a brief overview of the design of the Droid Turbo. Overall it fits quite comfortably in the hand. It has a slight curve to the back. It also has this nice ballistic nylon texture. There is obviously 2 other textures available which I'm sure feel just as good in the hand as this one does. So overall this has a great build quality and quite easy enough to use with one hand as well, thanks to its 5.2-inch display. The Droid Turbo has a 5.2 AMOLED display with Gorilla Glass 3. And it also has a Quad HD resolution, and this results in a pixel density of 565 ppi. And that looks great on this device. I've watched a few videos already. I'll just show you one now, just to show you how good and clear videos are on this handset. So the viewing experience on this handset is flawless, especially when viewing videos at 1080p resolution. Compare it to the Nexus 6, which has a PPI of 493. The pixels on here do look slightly sharper but not too much difference. So alongside the solid design and build quality, the Droid Turbo is also fitted with some pretty neat hardware that makes it more than capable of running very high processor applications or games smoothly on this phone without any lag as well. So any games or applications that do require a lot of processor speed or power will run perfectly on this phone. And that's because of it's fitted with the Snapdragon 805 processor with 2.7 GHz and 3 GB of RAM. So that's the highest that you can get on a phone at this moment in time. And just to show you how powerful this phone is, I'm just going to do a benchmark test really quickly. Let me just start it here. And we'll compare it to a few other devices as well once the test is completed. So here you can just see the test running the 3D performance on this handset. So here's the result of the test. It's done extremely well as expected. I'll show you a quick comparison with other devices that I've done benchmark tests on. So you've got a list here of other devices that have done really well. So you've got the HTC M8. If I just compare it to the Droid Turbo, you can see there are a lot of specs in favor of the Motorola device. So it's going to do extremely well in terms of performance, and it compares extremely well, if not better, than many of the smartphones currently available on the market. Now all of this hardware is encased in this phone. It's protected from the elements thanks to its IP67 rating. It is water resistant and also dust resistant. Its water resistance is 1 meter and it can be kept underwater for around 30 minutes with no effect to the functionality. So it's going to be a popular feature for many people. Motorola states that you can use the phone for up to 48 hours on the extremely large 3900 mAh battery. Out of the box, as I showed you earlier, you get the Motorola Turbo charger and the micro USB, which allows you to get as much as 8 hours usage from about 15 minutes charging. So that is a very unique selling point and a very important feature for many. The Droid Turbo is also compatible with wireless chargers, making charging this phone even easier. You've got the micro USB charging port at the bottom, and you can also charge it with wireless chargers as well. Now lastly, pricing. The Droid Turbo is available at $599. It is a pricey handset, but there are similar price handsets currently available that were released this year, such as the Nexus 6 and the Note 4. So it is, in terms of comparing to the different devices, it is very similar in terms of pricing and also spec wise as well. So just to sum this up, that was a quick unboxing and the first look at the Droid Turbo. Be sure to subscribe, we'll be doing a full comparison and look at the Droid Turbo and also the Motorola Nexus 6. So we're going to be doing a few benchmark tests, the camera tests, and a bit more about the specifications and the size and dimensions as well. Those of you who have the Droid Turbo already may be looking for cases. From Orzly we've got a lot available already. I've got links in the description of what is available and where to buy from. So check that out, and thanks for watching, and we'd love to hear from you on what you'll be going for this year, the Nexus 6 or the Droid. Thanks for watching.